Hey guys, Raging Demons coming back at you. Today's video, well, of many, is going to be about female gamers. And first off, I'd like to say that there aren't any female gamers watching. Thanks for tuning into the probably the fuggliest channel you've probably seen in a while. Unless you've got some daddy issues. The beard doesn't really work for you. Although, what does that say about my girlfriend? She's the one that requested me to grow it in the first place. Anyway, female gamers, I'm not going to say that they're better or worse than guy gamers. But they do offer a different perspective and at times are much better to look at than the guys around the table. I know that's not the reason why they're invited out, but you know what? Some of you guys, when you show up to games, you, man alive, I don't know how you guys have girlfriends and are married. I'm just saying. I often think about this when I first get up in the morning, but we guys can be a little rough around the edges when we go to gaming sessions because we don't feel we need to present ourselves well, and which kind of has to stop. It really hurts the hobby. I mean, I'm not saying get all gussied up. I'm just saying you might want to put on some pants, all right? Like I'm not going outside the box here when I say something like that. Okay, so female gamers, I find every experience I've had has been positive for the most part. Maybe it's because it hasn't happened as often as I would like. In fact, I would love to either have a female helmed game or an entire party of nothing but females playing just to see what that interaction would be like. I find that we guys are more wired for objective purposes. We want to accomplish goals, and it just when it comes to these games. Women, however, young ladies are more inclined to be interested in the social aspect, which really it makes the role playing go up a couple of notches, which I enjoy, and it forces the guys around the table to follow suit. It's like can't be upstaged by the new girl, so it's kind of nice. I really do like female gamers. They are a growing population. As of 2010, 40% of gamers are female, and that's significant. I mean, come on, that's 40% of all gamers. Now that includes PC, console, yada 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 yada. But I'm sorry, but if you play one game, you're probably inclined to play another. So female gamers are welcome. However, they tend to shy away from our hobby because of social stigmas, etc., etc. Going back to the presentation, like you walk by a gaming store, you see a bunch of guys crowded around a table, and one of them thinks that an accessory, a good accessory to have to go with their blue jeans is a barbecue sauce stain, which looks like a map of Middle Earth. Come on, like what women already are very visual. They pick apart a person based on their outer appearance. Not to say that women are superficial, but they do tend to notice that more than men, and it's kind of the reason why some of us get in trouble when we don't notice a hair color change, right? But they do. I find that even some of the rules are a little off-putting to female players. They're not big on number crunching when it comes to games. They don't like to do that stuff when they're doing recreational things. I mean, women tend to, due to some scientific studies, apparently they do better at math and languages and things that are very constructive in format, but they when it comes to games, I find that the rules are, if it's too rules heavy, they get a little, So, at first, you might want to have somebody kind of be like a coach, one of your experienced players, kind of take them under their wing and be like, okay, so what you got to do is roll that one, add this, add that. And that's and try and then slowly but surely go from that overly simplified explanation, because that's a little demeaning after like the second or third session. Just increase the amount of information. I found with some new female gamers I've been experimenting with, and I mean in game terms experimenting with, guys, come on, that they're because they hadn't had any experience of role-playing games before, it was best to just simply state what you wanted and then build it up from there to the point where they are asking you, is it time to roll blah blah blah, because I think I'm going to do awesome because my stat is blah blah and I want to kick some ass. Like, they start getting into it, and they should, because it's a goddamn good hobby, and these are great games. I mean, they're not going to get this by sitting down, getting in arguments, playing Call of Duty with their boyfriend. I mean, this is something that they can engage in where the playing field is exactly level. In our hobby, there is sort of a thing as a noob, but at the same time, not really. I mean, once you know how to roll, what else is there? Nothing. You just got to know how to pretend to be somebody else. Oh, it's so hard. It's so scary. No, shut up. It's not scary. Rules are easy. The game is easy. The experience is way better what you get out than what you put in. I mean, you're putting in, yeah, you'll put in a lot, but what you get out of it, it just, like, if you get back tenfold, it's almost karmic in a way. You get back your sevenfold. Female gamers are not few and far between. I think the main thing is a lot of us use gaming as a way to escape our significant other, in a way. And not because we don't love our significant other. We would like our own thing, and they have their own things, right? And if that's the case for you, that's fine. Don't invite your significant other. But female gamers, yeah, encourage females to game, and tell them, listen, you know what? I mean, even as a GM, if you meet some interested female that wants to play, maybe don't bring her to the session just yet. Maybe take her aside and be a little bit more explanatory about what's to be expected, what kind of things they do, like, and then when she goes in, it won't be like this cold splash in the face, this culture shock that causes them to retract and become a wallflower or leave altogether. Basically, kind of get them sort of acclimatized to the style of gaming that they'll be enjoying for years to come, and then bring them to the session and be like, yeah, these are the guys I was talking to you about. Yeah, excuse Jim Bob there with his barbecue stain. We're starting to think that thing has its own intelligence, but you know what I mean? Like, just coax them ever so gently in, not because they're fragile, delicate little creatures. It's because there's a lot of hurdles to overcome when it comes to our hobby because of the as I mentioned, social stigma, yada yada yada. So, but once they're there for good. They're just as reliable and worthy as guy players, and sometimes I find even more so, because some of my guy players have can cash out at game sessions because, well, they've been gaming with me for so long that, oh well, it's just Jared. Yeah, I'm comfortable. Yeah. Whereas, you start mixing stuff up, then gets them out of their cage. So, but that's my take. I hope that any female gamers out there happen to like this message, and I really encourage responses from those folks, because I really would like to know if I'm hit. Excuse me, let you know. If I'm really hitting the mark as far as that's concerned, because I have a real problem of coming across on this topic as a bit of a chauvinist. So I want to make sure that this is hitting the right target, and that the wording is putting across the correct opinion that I have. So anyway, for all you guys and girls out there, keep the dice rolling, and we'll talk to you soon. Cheers.